What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I would like to give you guys some quick Atlanta Falcons news. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content. Hit that like button for your boy. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys for your continued support. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can donate to my Cash App, which is the $ Jew Talk Sports. And if you'd like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So today in Atlanta Falcons news, starting linebacker Troy Andersen was placed on IR with a pectoral injury. It looks like he will miss the remainder of the season with this injury. And this does suck for our Atlanta Falcons because Troy Andersen is a huge part of this defense and also special teams. Troy Andersen was having a pretty good season so far. He played in only 2 of the 3 games so far this season. He played really well in the first game against the Carolina Panthers. He had a concussion and missed week 2's game against the Green Bay Packers. And then he played pretty well in this game against the Detroit Lions before he had that pectoral injury. But Troy Andersen is one of the most athletic linebackers in the NFL, one of the best linebackers as far as on special teams because of his speed and athleticism. And he's one of those guys that has really good instincts, very good in space. Doesn't miss a lot of open field tackles and things of that nature. And he did a really good job this season when he was coming in on blitzes. He's a guy that can close on the quarterback really, really fast because he has that athleticism. He's about 6'4", 240 pounds. And like I said, he was starting to develop into a really good linebacker. But good news is Troy Andersen is only 24 years old. So he's still a really, really young player and has a ton of upside. But it sucks that he's not going to continue to be able to gain that experience this season. And he's going to basically have to, rehab for this injury and come back next season stronger. So I do wish him nothing but the best in his recovery. But it's next man up mentality. So guys like Nate Landman, who played really well in week 2 when he filled in for Troy Andersen against the Packers. He played really well in week 2, and we're expecting him to come in and basically fill that void and possibly play that inside linebacker position next to Caden Ellis. Nate Landman, for what I've seen from him in week 2 against the Packers, he is really good at diagnosing plays. He had a tackle for loss in that game against Green Bay. He's another guy that can run sideline to sideline, and he has pretty good instincts for a linebacker. He just lacks the speed of a Troy Andersen and lacks a little bit of that athleticism that Troy Andersen has. But he is pretty instinctual for a linebacker and played really well in week 2 against the Packers. I believe he had about 7 tackles in that game. And I expect him to be the guy that's going to fill in for Troy Andersen at that starting inside linebacker position next to Caden Ellis. We also have Tate Davis on this roster as well, who's mainly been playing special teams. But he's a guy that's a veteran in this league as well and could possibly be fill in as well, along with Nate Landman at that inside linebacker position. I wouldn't be surprised if the Falcons decided to go out and sign another linebacker, possibly Rashaan Evans, who was with our Atlanta Falcons last season. He actually was with the Eagles. He was signed to their practice squad, and he asked to be released to possibly sign with other teams. So Rashaan Evans could be one of those guys that Terry Fontenot and Arthur Smith reach out to, being that we have connection with him. One thing about bringing back a Rashaan Evans is he would have to pick up this defense because we are running a new defense under Ryan Nielsen. But I wouldn't be surprised if they reached out or tried to, bring in another linebacker at this point. But with that being said, this is why I always state, that having depth on your roster is very important. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Terry Fontenot, called around and possibly looked at bringing in another linebacker. But with that being said, you guys give me your thoughts on Troy Andersen being injured, for the rest of the season. Do you think the Falcons will go out and bring in another veteran linebacker to possibly, fill the void of losing Troy Andersen, or will we just stick with the guys that we have on this roster? But with that being said, I have a lot more content coming for you guys. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed. Peace.